It has a lot more health points. It has a 126.
Yes.
It's not.
It's higher in challenge rating than all the other ones we've done.
Yeah, so far. It doesn't have the highest. Like the Hydroloth has the highest by like 10 so far. And then this boy has just 11 more. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Wood.
My name's Edward Burns.
And this is Critical Failure. Today we're talking about I'm going to say Oinoloth because honestly that's how it looks like it's spelled. It's the bubonic plague boy with skin lesions that are pink. Looks like a retarded horse in a dress.
She looks like she'll give you like that suck and save type of candy that old folks would do. They're just like, and they'll put it in their pocket and it looks like she'll just hand it to you.
Like the red discs and the...
Yeah, she'll just find like that old candy that only old people can find.
The thing in her, like the strawberry
candy. I don't know where they get that. Just spawns.
I've seen a bag sold once, and it was in a Food Lion, and that was a long time ago. That was a couple years ago. But anyways, continuing with the Oinoloth, they're grim specters of death, often and very. I would say often because you never know what the multiverse holds, but like. In the cases that they are summoned, very reluctantly used. Like, I see these things being used more by, like, mortals and, like, something like a lich or something like that, rather than, like,
I could see, like,
other
a follower
demons.
of, like, Orcus summoning this.
Oh, yeah. Like, something mortal would probably use this rather than other Yugoloths and demons and stuff like that. Because this thing is basically dealing poison damage, so, you know, they're immune to poison. But they do some necrotic damage, so... that could be part of it, but honestly, just not a lot of things are just not immune to poison, or at least resisted.
Yeah, a lot of things are like, nah. It's the most resist damage type in the game.
Yeah. Anyways, if you pretty much want the final solution in a monster, this is pretty damn close. It poisons everything that's near it. Like, it literally has an ability that does 30-foot range of death. Anyways, it's a medium fiend. It's neutral evil. Makes a lot more sense. It has an AC of 17. With these skin lesions, I would make it have an AC of 10. I'm not even lying. Like, it's in a fucking dress. Like,
it's just natural armor. It's not like it's wearing armor. It's like how thick its skin is.
I just wouldn't do that. Like, if it has, like, lesions like that, I wouldn't have it that high. I wouldn't. It just makes no sense. Like, I would multiply the health points, but with an AC of that, no. It just looks unrealistic.
I mean, it's fiendish in nature, so it doesn't bother me.
It bothers me because it's just like it looks like it's a frail like. Look at his fingers; they're webbed. Unless no, that's a knuckle. Never mind. I didn't realize that was a knuckle. But like it just doesn't look like it would be like extremely healthy in terms of sturdiness.
I know. That's the whole point of this monster. It just spreads like plagues.
I'm talking about its armor class here.
Well, no, like that, but that's part of the reason why it has such a sickly looking design. It kind of like it looks like a mutant leopard, like someone from like leprosy.
The proper term for that is leper. It has an HP count of 126. It's 12d10 plus 60. To me, that just seems really, really low. I kind of would have way more health points for that, even if it had an AC of 17. I just feel like these would be way better. Just to let loose, but that's just me probably trying to overkill. But it has a strength of 19, makes sense. Excuse me, a dex of 17. I'm like, well, that's very tiny frame. It makes sense. Excuse me. Constitution of 18 with those skin lesions, sure. An intelligence of 17. That does make sense. A wisdom of 16 makes sense, and a charisma of 19. Who would want to talk to this damn thing? First of all, but that's a +4, +3, a +4, +3, +3, and a +4. All strength to charisma. Its saving throws are in Constitution, which is +8, so that means it has a +4 proficiency modifier, and a Wisdom of +7. Its proficient skills are Deception +8, Intimidation +8, and Perception +7. So that means it would have, what, a 13 for a passive perception, right? Or do you add... your proficiency to...
Passive's right here at 17.
Oh, I'm assuming you're adding proficiency to that.
It's 10 plus its skill. So since it has a +7 for perception, it's 17.
So I'm assuming it does add proficiency.
Yeah, whatever your skill is in perception, you add 10 to it, and that's your passive.
Okay. I didn't know if it added for proficiency. No. But anyways, its resistances are cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. I mean, cold and fire. Why don't they just have an ice? Like, I understand like cold, but it's just like there's no ice element. You know? Like I understand that cold blankets that, but it's just like I kind of want it separated to where there's ice.
Yeah,
Because
but
there's heat exhaustion, but not.
You can get exhaustion from extreme cold in the game.
Yeah, I know, but like ice kind of makes damage too. That's what I would have it. Like I would make their like an ice.
It just falls under cold.
Yeah, I know. It's just to me, it's just kind of weird because it's like when I think of cold damage, I'm just thinking of someone like Superman just freezing a lake.
Well, yeah, that would be ice right there.
Yeah, it's just like
it's super cold.
Yeah, it's just weird.
But there's no like heat damage, just fire. Like that's how they just do it in game. Plus, if you did that, then you break up into more things, and you need more resistance and whatnot.
I mean,
it's just simpler.
But it's immune to acid and poison. Makes a lot more sense. It has immunities to being poisoned. Again, it's probably poison running through its veins. It has blind sight to 60 feet, dark vision to 60 feet. It has a passive perception of 17. It can speak Abyssal, Infernal, and it has telepathy up to 60 feet, and it's a challenge rating of 12 for 8,400 experience points. You want to do its like abilities and stuff?
Nah, you read it. I actually haven't read it.
It's right there. You can literally read it.
Yeah, but you already got it all down.
That's really sad. Anyways, it had one of its natural abilities is Bringer of Plagues. It's a recharge rate of 5 or 6. As a bonus action, it within a range of 30 feet for 24 hours. All normal plants in the area wither and die, and all like healing, like magic, is reduced by half. So
that's a pretty powerful ability.
Yeah. And any creature that moves into the area or starts its turn there must make a DC 16 Constitution save. If it passes, it's immune to the Bringer of Plagues ability, but if it fails, it takes 46 necrotic damage and is poisoned. And that creature can't regain any hit points, and after 24 hours, it can repeat the save. After a failed save, it takes 1d10 to its maximum hit points. And it continues to do so until it saves 3 times. And it doesn't say in a row, so it looks like just 3 times in general. But you can only make a save every 24 hours. So if you mess up you keep getting 1d10 off your maximum hit points. That would be devastating. Like, if it just continues to roll high.
That's just when you get lucky. You have, like, the lucky feat.
That's when you continue to roll really low.
Rolls critical failures. Oh, yeah, you just die. Just immediately.
You turn into an Oinoloth. It has innate spellcasting. Its spell DC save is 16 and it uses Charisma. At will, it can cast Darkness, Detect Magic, Dispel Magic, and Invisibility on itself. Once a day, it can cast Feeble Mind, Globe of Invulnerability, Wall of Fire, and Wall of Ice. This creature has magic resistance, so it has advantages on all saves and other magical effects while having magic weapons, so any weapons it carries are considered magical. It has multi-attacks. It can use its Transfixing Gaze and make 2 claw attacks. Honestly, I would make it an ability for popping one of these like blister things into like some sort of acid spray.
Or you could do that as a reaction. The party hits it and it just pops the pus bubbles.
I would just say if you attack it, you'd have to make a dexterity save as a reaction to get out of the way of like 1d6 acid spray. That's what I would say. Just in general, not even make it a reaction because like it's going to be covered, so that's what I would think it would do. But its claw does it's a +8 to hit, reach of 5 feet. It does 3d6 plus 4 damage, average 14. It's slashing damage, plus 4d10 necrotic damage. Oh my god, that's a lot higher than I expected. Jesus. It's Transfixing, targets one creature within 30 feet that he can see. It must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw against its magic or be charmed. I don't see how anything would be charmed by this thing. Honestly, the way that it's presenting itself, also reading on it, it says that it's restrained. I think you should just do paralyzed instead of charmed.
Or frightened.
Yeah.
I think frightened makes more sense because it talks about how armies would just like run away.
Yeah, but this one says it's restrained. It doesn't move. So, like, that's just weird to me. But on its passing save, it's immune to the Oinoloth's gaze, transfixing gaze for the next 24 hours. This can teleport with anything it's carrying for up to 60 feet in an unoccupied space. And probably the best part about this thing, other than its bringer of plagues, it's corrupted healing. Basically, on a willing creature, I think it's up to 5 feet. Yeah, within 5 feet, it regains all of its hit points, and it ends one disease. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. It can end one of those 4. But it gains 1 level exhaustion, and its maximum hit points are reduced by 2d6. It can only be, this like reduction can only be removed by a wish or greater casting of greater restoration 3 times within an hour. Like, I'm assuming that's a greater restoration.
Yeah, that'd be a lot just for a wish spell. Just I need to make a wish 3 times. Like, what?
Yeah, but the target dies if it's reduced to 0. I honestly think that's really OP. Like, I think the acid thing would be really cool, and it has a range of 10 feet. I think a great way to, like, combat, like, the pus and stuff like that, you could say that, like...
Just shoot it from a distance.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, you could shoot it from, like, a distance, or, like, if you use, like, something that has fire, like, I could say that, like, when you're, like, hitting it with, like, some sort of fire sword or something like that, like, say, you're a blood hunter, or you have, like, some sort of fire magic weapon, like, I'm imagining Flame Swordsman from, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, if you hit it, like, it dissolves in the fire before it sprays and hits you. Like, it starts spraying, but it, like, dissolves.
You know, burns up.
Yeah, like, it just...
evaporates.
And I would have a total, like, area of effect of, like, 10 feet around it, being a constant, like, at least 1d6 or 1d4 necrotic area zone. That's what I would say. Because it's, like, it just doesn't seem like it's in lore. Like, it says that it's constantly spitting out this death, but it's, like, when you're using it, it's, like, it has a recharge, which, understandably, it's for,
Yeah, because just imagine going against it without recharge. It's just spam.
Yeah,
spam.
But this is just going to be like a 1d6, 1d4 constant necrotic, or, necrotic AoE that's just always around it. And you don't get a save. It's just, boop, you take a little bit of damage, and that little bit can easily stacks up.
Yeah, that's just when you shoot it from afar.
Yeah, and there's plenty of ways to go through this. It's like, you just got to have magical weapons. You better have a magical bow, or you just firebolt the shit out of it. Even though it has resistance to fire. So
it also has advantage on magic.
Yeah.
So it would have advantage on the saves and stuff.
Thunderwave. Firebolt doesn't have a save.
Isn't it like the attack roll would have this advantage, right?
It has an advantage on magical effects and other spell effects. What is that? That's the spawn.
Yeah, that's right.
It's basically the same thing. Magic resistance has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Alright, so yeah, Firebolt would work.
It would just be
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave, yeah. Slow would be fucked up by this. A lot of spells would be just terrible for it. But, like, if you do, like, basic cantrips that don't necessarily have a save against it, like, Eldritch Blast would work. That's force damage.
Yeah.
Just really high level, 4d10 damage.
Yeah, you need to be, like, level 17 for that, I think.
It doesn't matter, that's a lot. No, I totally would have, like, a couple of these, like, depending on how, like, you're fighting, like, say you're on, like, a battlefield, like, I would say, like, depending on how well the party is fighting, you would have a couple of these, like, per couple feet, but they can teleport. So it's, like, say they're, like, 90 feet away, they just teleport within fighting distance.
That's just when you write a contract with the Yugoloth. Like, nope, no teleportation for you.
But they have to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, that's when you have them, like, nearby you, and then you trap them there, and then you just run off.
I can totally just see like a barbarian, like a Goliath, something like that. His only job, like he's a hireling, is to carry the Yugoloth.
Yeah, he just throws it at them. Like, if you know it can teleport, just throw the doggo at it.
Like, they're 30 feet away, he just yeets it. But then there's the other two. Because I would say that like they're in a line walking, so it's like they teleport. The one's already coming at you, and that guy's like over here. You teleport to, you only have one to like basically follow.
Yeah, you stop one from teleporting, you kill him, then you throw the dog.
But they wouldn't mind killing the Canaloth at that point, because they're hired and they kill each other often.
Mm.
So they probably just kill the Canaloth.
The Canaloth is still decently powerful, though.
It would just sit there. It's just like, I'm just gonna respawn. But that's how I would see it.
It wouldn't just sit there and just die.
The Canaloth is lazy.
It's lazy.
I would
but like,
say.
Imagine like when you're lazy, are you just gonna be like, yeah, you can just beat me with that baseball bat until I die? Like, no, it's gonna attack.
I just like imagining the Canaloth being like, yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
Yeah, I'll respawn.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
like
matter.
It's like I lived many lives. I tend to come back to life. I'm good. Turns out this thing touches its leg and it just turns to like a ham sandwich. It's like, now I'm kind of hungry.
It just eats its own leg.
Yeah, it just starts eating itself.
I find it funny how like every time we talk about the Yugoloth, we always go back to the Canaloth.
Canaloth was the best. It's like the cannibal corpse eating yourself back to life. That's what I was thinking.
Oh
It just
God.
eats itself and gains hit points. Oh god. Anyways, that is sadly the end of the video. You have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Alright, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry for being so monotone. I really don't want to be awake.
You're just tight.
I'm not tired or anything. It's just being awake right now bothers me. I don't know why. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Follow us. Follow us on our Instagram, critical.failure, all that jazz. Comment down in the doobly-doo if you want us to see anything. We have one last Yugoloth in this sweet book of Mordenkainen and Stumblefoes. I really want to get